Do you have a gift? If it's curiosity, you're one of the most fortunate people in the world because to be naturally curious about what's going on, not just in your surroundings, but with each person you bump into, and especially the people you work with, where you really want to know who they are, what they do, and why they matter. That is a gift. Some people have to force themselves into being curious about other people. If it comes naturally to you, you are very fortunate and consider it the best gift you can get. So, with that, what do you do with it to further the relationship with the people you work with? And remember, a lot of this has to do with the mentor that I had 150 years ago who told me that relationships in work are as significant as family and friends. Now, this is hard for people to take because, oh, we want to have, everything separate and everything like that. But people that you work with, people that sometimes you know for 25 or 30 years, as long as you have family, you care about them. Okay. Not as much as you do your kids or your family, maybe, but there is a significance there. And it starts with curiosity. So, why is it important, curiosity, when it comes to dialogue skills? Curiosity is something that means you actually care about the other person. Who are they? What do they do? Why do they matter? And you're really interested. And that means you can listen to them. Because most of the time, those of us that are smart, we have a manic mind. And I don't know if you have a manic mind, but I certainly do. And while you're talking, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say to you. While you're talking, I'm coming up with all of these questions that I'm going to ask you because boy, am I smart. And you know what I'm doing when I do that? I'm taking your story, ripping it away from you and making it mine. But if I'm curious, my questions are something about what you said. They're connected to you. And the reason I know that is because I'm actually listening to you, which is full focus and not thinking about what I'm going to say. Just the other day, I was with a bunch of people and we were talking about this, and I was teaching them the edit back skill. And I'm telling you, no matter how many times we tried to practice, someone would give a paragraph, and then the person who was supposed to just edit back to them, you know what they did? They asked a question. They couldn't help it. Or they'd make a comment. Oh, I was there too. I went to that place as well. They took the story away from the person, even after I told them not to. That's how intuitive it is to be about me, me, and not you. Well, you know what? In leadership, in order to make things go forward, yes, you care about yourself, but you have to train yourself. You have to be disciplined enough to actually truly be curious about the other person's story because that gives you the information. This goes back to Aristotle. You want to understand where the other person is coming from. And as a leader, this isn't about, oh, I want to understand you to be nice to you. No, it's about the information. If I let you tell your story and I truly listen to you, and actually I am curious about where you're coming from, what I can do with that information, it can add to, it can subtract, it can confirm, it can correct, it will influence with knowledge, not persuasion necessarily, but with knowledge. Curiosity is such a gift if you really listen to the other person, because that understanding, Aristotle's first premise, seek understanding. So you know what to do. You understand where the other person is coming from. So then your content fits with them. Talk about being able to be persuasive, to be educational, informative, and understanding. I so highly recommend, no matter where you are, you make the choice, you are going to be a student always, always getting new information. And that's where curiosity is such a gift because you learning new things. It's like being a journalist. And if you watch any news that's good or read anything that actually is credible, the person who's doing it or wrote it, their curiosity is about truly getting the story, not about being persuasive, not about trying to convince you of something, but to truly understand where you are coming from and give you the chance to tell your story. The biggest benefit of the gift of curiosity.